Welcome to Trendsetter TV, everybody. I'm your gracious host, Solo, aka Solo TV 84. Today we're going to take a look at a viral video that seems to go viral every time Bitcoin goes up, right? This is by Davinci J15. Yo, shout out to Davinci. I'm actually trying to get him on the channel to do an interview. I've reached out to his team. I hope they respond back. But anyway, let's take a look. As you guys can see on the date, this was originally uploaded on May the 9th of 2013. So here we go.
Hi everyone, it's been a while since I did a video, and I just want to do a quick video discussing where Bitcoin is and what it's going to do in the next few months, or at least what I see it's going to do. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and I've been wrong before, but you know, it's fun to guess at these things, and so I'm going to lay out some guesses on where it's going and so forth. One of the things I want you to understand is that Bitcoin is more than just a payment system. Satoshi Nakamoto, he wrote it as to ensure that you can do escrow transactions, bonded contract.
And for those who are not aware, Bitcoin at that time was 4 years old when he made the video. Less than 4 years old, because it came out in the fall of 2009. And he spoke about this on May 13th. And he's even got earlier videos up. But let's continue.
Third-party arbitration and multi-party signatures and much more. This system, this whole Bitcoin protocol, is such a big game changer that the Bart Chilton coming out and saying that he wants to regulate it, he has no clue how that he's going to get a knife in the belly and a twist that criminal, right, who says that silver's not manipulated. He's going to see that the Bitcoin is going to regulate its own self, because you can create a system that allows for leverage and options
And you know what's happening now is that regulation is going to come eventually into the crypto market. Do I think that'll be this year or next year? I don't think so, but there's going to have to be some form of regulation for people who are losing their cryptocurrencies because they may have sent it to the wrong wallet or got scammed, right? I see that happening, not just for Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency in general. But we'll see what type of regulations that'll be.
and what's it called? Derivatives, basically, which they want to regulate without a centralized system. And these are the amazing things that the Bitcoin protocol provides that you're not aware of. So right now, most people are talking about is like, hey, you can buy drugs with it. You can what's it called? You can buy a few things with it. You can transfer. You could just speculate.
And if I'm in the future now, 2021, right? He made it in 2013. If I were to be able to travel back in time and say, hey, Davinci, you can virtually use Bitcoin now at a lot of places online, to buy on third-party sites that you can pay for, use Bitcoin, buy on Walmart, Amazon, even certain fast food franchises like Subway or Burger King take Bitcoin, right? If you go through the drive-through. And now if you have a Coinbase card, and I don't have mine with me, you can use your crypto now to pay for virtually anything on Coinbase, right? So that's an awesome thing. So I don't even think Davinci may have known, but maybe, who knows? I mean, the guy so far ahead of his time, even then, he probably realized where this was going. That's why he made this video. So, yeah.
And so forth. But no. This system is bigger than you really can perceive right now. It's basically like perceiving the internet to where it is today back in 1992. You can't perceive what the internet would do.
Davinci, and once again, let me just rephrase that. This guy saw where this is going more than other people did. And once I understood that concept, once I was able to figure out that, holy buckets, cryptocurrency is going to change the way that we not just interact online, but how we in regards to how we buy, in regards to video streaming, platforming, in regards to just everything, right? And this guy saw it back then. And imagine how frustrating it must be for a guy to be virtually a decade or more, because he's been doing this for over a decade, ahead of 99.9% of people. Like, imagine how frustrating that must be for a guy to be so far ahead in the future that nobody sees this, but he saw it all laid out.
Survive, right? Back in 1992. I had no clue that YouTube would be existing in 1992. So clearly, this is how big, and I'm trying to explain that this is how big Bitcoin is going to be. It also, right, if it catches on in a big way, right, all those features, right, have already been laid down in the very beginning.
And from my understanding, he accumulated up to 800 BTC, and I think he sold the majority of it in 2017. I could be wrong, but he's definitely doing well now, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But imagine he was so early. Back then, it was still very speculative. I mean, yeah, there were certain places like Silk Road that existed that where you could buy use cryptocurrency. Now, Silk Road, for those who are not familiar, is a website where you could buy, a lot of illegal, type of things. It was more of a black market thing, but you could also buy things that weren't illegal. But wow, it's amazing.
Satoshi thought of all these things, right, for finances. And I don't know how, but he's laid it all down inside the Bitcoin protocol so that it's possible once it gets big enough. Wow, this system has to remain free and open. I'm going to move my life in that direction, ensuring that Bitcoin does not get co-opted by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and so forth. Uh,
Well, Davinci, and that's what we're looking at now, right? These institutions have manipulated the whole market. It's, July the 19th of 2021. Last time I checked, Bitcoin was at about 32,000. There was a 50% drop off from its record high of 64,000 back in May. There's no doubt in my mind, guys, if it wasn't for the manipulation with the whales, Bitcoin would easily be at anywhere from about 80 to 120,000 right now. There's no doubt in my mind. Um, but there's been a lot of institutions because institutionalized money don't want you, the retailers, in it, so they're trying to shake you guys out, and a lot of people are falling for it. Plus, they wanted to get it at a lower price too. I mean, Robert Kiyosaki mentioned it publicly. Hey, I want to go back in at 25K. So these banks are getting into it. Countries, El Salvador, Paraguay, they're all getting into Bitcoin, crypto, right? Because they realize that this is the future. And here's the thing, if you're watching this today, you're still early. That's the crazy part. If you're watching right now and you don't have any crypto, you are still early. That's facts.
because it is a freedom provider for the rest of humanity. Because you can't create more. It's mathematically impossible. And a lot of you are skeptical. A lot of you don't believe in the Bitcoin system, and that's fine. You can stay on the sidelines, but if you really, really want to become wealthy in the future, I would suggest you take one frickin' dollar, $1, buy some Bitcoins, put it in a goddamn wallet, put it fucking away. Okay, I'm sorry for swearing, but you know what?
Da Vinci, imagine how frustrated I know how frustrated you must have been back then. So imagine how frustrated I am now or back when I first started in 2017 when, I was telling people the same thing. I mean, I wasn't telling people just put $1 in it. And by the way, I was always telling people, hey, if you can't afford Bitcoin, look into XRP, look into Litecoin, look into, other coins. And people thought, oh, you're scamming. And now those same people are hitting me up behind the scenes asking how they can get into crypto. And guess what? If you're watching this now, fast forward 2021, there's still people who don't believe it, even though Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have a track record of having a use case, of institutions going in. And now we have Bitcoin and cryptocurrency ATMs. I mean, back then, when he made the video, there was no such. Maybe a Bitcoin ATM existed, but it was very minimal. Last time I checked now, they're building Bitcoin exchanges and ATMs on beaches in San Diego. And I've talked about this before where my cousin sent me this picture. So imagine in 2021 where all of this evidence is showing you that crypto is not going anywhere and people still don't believe. In the Bible, it says, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. And sometimes for lack of knowledge is due to the ignorance of people not realizing the truth when it's looking you right in the face.
It's just $1. Get some bitcoins, put it away. Goes to nothing. Who cares, right? You only spent $1, right? You'll get a million satoshis for $1, right? And the way I see it, that will be worth $1 million adjusted inflation for inflation once Bitcoin gets to where it's going to be. So it's up to you. You know what? Um,
And at the time he made the video, Bitcoin was $115 and 91 cents or something like that. It was $115, guys. It, you know what's gonna be crazy is, let me keep going.
I know you're not going to listen to that advice, most of you, and it's kind of sad because you know what? I was proud of the fact that once at least 5 people have become either millionaires or well off that have emailed me thanking me for recommending bitcoins. Now,
And also, I want to say thank you to the people that have reached out to me behind the scenes that have become millionaires or thousandaires as well because of the content I have done. Um, that's probably the only thing that motivates me to make even YouTube content about this anymore is the people that they leave comments and saying, thank you, Solo, for talking about this. I made money because of you. Or thank you, Solo. I've retired because of you. That means a lot to me. And I sincerely mean that.
I'm hoping that every single one of you buys $1 worth of bitcoins, just one freaking dollar, because you're going to be thanking me for that $1, just $1 of bitcoins that you purchased. But the odds are most of you, 90% of you, are not going to buy even $1 worth of bitcoins. For what reason? I have no idea. Anyways, if you take my advice, that's great. If not, that's the way it is. Uh, as for the guessing on where Bitcoin's going to go in the next 6 months, I think Bitcoin's is in a spiral downtrend. Um, I believe that it's going to go down for quite a bit, bottom out around $26, $20 to $26.
Imagine if I could, like I said, if I could go to the past and speak to Davinci and say, hey, bro, I'm from 2021. Bitcoin is at 32,000 right now. you know, and he's talking about it going down to $26. Wow, it's amazing. I know that for a fact, if people were to watch this video a year from now in 2022, there's going to be people who are going to tell me in the comments, hey, Solo, Bitcoin is at 120 grand, and you were talking about it at 32 grand. Yeah, and I was also talking about it 4 years ago when it was at 3 grand. You have to be extremely patient in this market, and you have to be a bit of a futurist, a visionary, because for him to make this video almost a decade ago, that just shows you how intelligent, how smart this guy is. You have to be a visionary. And a lot of people just don't have vision beyond what they're doing today, unfortunately.
And then start moving back up for over the next 3 years. Um,
He's on point.
could
He's
be
right.
wrong because if a black swan like Cypress flies, then all bets are off, and Bitcoins might skyrocket from there.
This guy, like I said, he's a genius. He's a genius.
So if you like this video, please rate it. And
Yeah, guys. And so this goes to show you that, and by the way, his name is Davinci J15. Um, like I said, this is one of his viral videos, probably his most viral video. Just buy $1 worth of Bitcoin, please. He's still very active. If you go on his Instagram, shout out to Davinci J. The guy made it. Look at him. Fancy cars. He's living his best life. Private jets. And do you think he could have imagined that crypto Bitcoin would be where it's at? I mean, he did. He did imagine that. And he was super duper early. And I think he was, from my research of him, he was in the space since 2011. And he at one point held 800 Bitcoin. I don't know how much he's holding now, but there's no there's no doubt in my mind this guy is still rich. Obviously, if you go on his Instagram, he's always traveling all over the world, and some of his videos, he's in a Maybach doing videos, private jets. I mean, this guy saw this before, most of us saw it and whatnot. Let's take a look here. Oh, look at that. You know, yeah. And he still makes videos up until this day. And I highly recommend anybody who's interested in crypto, please do not sleep. If you need to learn more, if you don't know the basics, I have a Trendsetter cryptocurrency course for beginners that basically will show you how to research potential coins outside of Bitcoin because they're altcoins now, right? And there were altcoins in 2013, but they're smaller market cap coins or other coins that are different from Bitcoin that can still make you very wealthy depending on how much you invest and how much you have. How to exchange crypto, how to cash out on crypto. I do interviews with my mentor who's a millionaire. I also talk about 10 things I would do if I became a crypto millionaire right now, how to store crypto in your Trezor or Ledger Nano S wallet. And I mean, I walk you through step by step. I show you how to do all of this. And unfortunately, there's going to be people that are still sleeping, Davinci. And when I look at this video, what's going to happen, and I know this for a fact, next year, 2022, around this time, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be bitter. They're going to be bitter because the prices that you see where crypto is at right now, and let me pull up the live, you know, for you guys right here. Those prices that you see, it's at 30,000, so it actually dipped. You're never going to see these prices again because what's going to happen is 2022 is going to be a glorious bull run. I still believe we'll have a bull run here, but I think what's going to happen is that because of this correction, which is manipulation, I think it's actually going to extend the bull run. And this bull run is similar to what happened in 2013, where, Bitcoin went up, then it went down for about 100 some days. I don't remember exactly the amount of days. I can't remember right now. And then it continued to go up again, right? I think that's what we're looking at here, where you're going to see towards the end of the year, Bitcoin crypto is going to pump and then it's going to correct again sharply and then it's going to go to the moon. And if you don't get in now, don't know what to tell you because mass adoption is happening whether you like it or not. Governments are using it. Back when Davinci made his video, you didn't have El Salvador using it. You didn't have countries like Paraguay using it. And now it's a different space. And I can only imagine what will happen next year. And I'll probably do a reaction video next year, July 19th, hopefully, to my video now. And I'll talk to myself about the changes that have been. So I think I'll make that into a series. Anyway, guys, please don't sleep. Check out the Trendsetter cryptocurrency course. Also follow me on Instagram at SoloTV84. Davinci, man, let's do an interview. And I'm out. Peace.